Dear students and viewers, welcome to my channel and Vinay Kumar Basics of Physics. In this video, you are going to learn about most important very short answer questions in the chapter of motion in a plane. Children, these questions are asked so many times in previous examinations. That's why we will consider them as most important questions. After watching the video, like, share, comment the video and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Hi children and viewers. In intermediate public examination, if you want to score 60 by 60 or 60 out of 60, and if you want to get more score, or if you want to pass very easily, important questions must be there, and you have to answer the very short answer questions must. If you can answer the very short answers more, you will get more score. That's why very short answer questions must be play very crucial role in gaining the top score and in pass of the student. That's why children, in this video I am going to explain few very short answer questions in the chapter of motion in a plane. Motion in a plane. In motion in a plane, we have very gunshot questions for IPE examinations and for other competitive exams. That's why here on board we have some 4 questions are waiting for us to discuss about those things. So let's go for that, children. Very important questions for 2 marks questions in IPE examinations. That's why you have to watch the video without skip. So without late, we are going to the topic. So children, the first question is there. Question number 4. This question is mentioned as the 4th very short answer question in our textbook. First question is, what is that? A is vector A is equals to I plus J. Vector A is equals to I plus J. What is the angle between the vector and x axis? Clear? A is equals to I plus J. What is the angle between the vector and x axis? That is the question, children. So children, this question is related to the resolution of vectors. Resolution of vectors. I already uploaded one video for resolution of vectors. You must watch it. Okay children, first answer very short answer question number 4. For that answer is here. So let's go for that. Given vector is what? A is equals to I plus J. A is equals to I plus J. So in general, or we have general equation is there. In general equation is there. What is that? A is equals to AXI plus AYJ. A is equals to AXI plus AYJ. Children, in case of resolution of vectors, simply we will go for like this. This is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. To represent the x-axis, we will go take x-axis represented by using unit vector I, and this is the j. Clear? So children, we are taken this is the vector now, this is the vector A. Clear? So children, if it is A is vector, that should be resolved into 2 components. One is vertical component, that should be taken as AY, and this is the AX. Clear? If a vector is make some angle theta, if a vector is make some angle theta with the horizontal axis, then that particular resultant vector should be divided into 2 components. Ax, Ay, Ax, Ay, children. Clear? So Ax and this is Ay and this is A, children. Now what you have to find? What is the angle between the vector and x-axis we have to measure? So what is the here theta? Theta is the angle between the vector and x-axis. So we have to measure this theta value now. That is the concept. Clear? So for this question we have three types of solutions are there. Let's go for that. So by using that I am going to write, first thing is tan theta. What is tan theta here? Ay by ax. Tan theta is what? Ay by ax. Clear? And children, we know that from this one, from this diagram I am going to write sin theta is equals to what, way children? Sin theta is equals to what, right? Opposite side by hypotenuse, ay by a. Clear? And similarly here, from this triangle, this is the theta and this is the opposite side and this one is hypotenuse. That's why here what we write, sin theta is equals to ay by a. Then what the children? Ay is equals to a sin theta. It is clearly explained in the particular video. Okay? And similarly here what we write, cos theta is equals to what, the children? Cos theta is equals to adjacent side by hypotenuse. What is adjacent side? Ax by hypotenuse what? A. Then what, the children? Ax is equals to a cos theta. Clear? So we know about the ay value and ax value. So ay is a sin theta, ax is a cos theta. Clear, children? So let us check, tan theta is equals to ay by ax. Then a sin theta by a cos theta. Then what do you get? Tan theta. So that's why this is the right one. Tan theta is equals to ay by ax. Clear? And children, now you have to observe. This is the equation number 1 and this is the equation number 2. And this is equation number 3, just you can imagine now. So children, compare now equations. Compare equations 1 and 2. Clear? A is equals to I plus j and A is equals to ax into I, ayj. So when we can compare these two, here nothing but what it is, we are having nothing in front of this one I. That means what? The value is 1. That means ax is equals to 1. Because 1 into I means what? I. 1 into j means what? J. That's why while we are comparing equation number 1 and 2, simply you can say that ax value is 1 and ay value is 1. Got, children? So here ax value is equals to 1 and ay value is equals to 1. By comparing the equation numbers 1 and 2, ax is equals to 1 and ay is equals to 1. Clear, children? So now we can substitute these two in the equation number 3. So from equation number 3, we go for that. Tan theta is equals to ay is 1 and ax is 1. Then tan theta is equals to 1. When it is possible, tan theta is equals to 1 value means what? Tan 45 degrees. Tan 45 degrees. Therefore, theta is equals to 45 degrees. This is the angle now. Theta is equals to 45. So if A is equals to I plus j, then the angle made by the vector with the x-axis is what? 45 degrees. Very simple. If you have idea about the resolution of vectors, you can easily do this one. So children, this question was asked so many times in exam, public examinations. If you have any test papers and if you have any previous papers, just check it. This question was repeated so many times. That's why how to learn it must. Okay, children. Very simple. According to the relation of vectors, we will write tan theta is equals to a by ax. If you can compare these two equations, what you get? Ax value is 1 and ay value is 1. Then what is it, children? Tan theta is equals to 1 by 1 and tan theta is equals to 1 and tan theta equals to tan 45 because tan 45 is equals to 1. Therefore, theta is equals to 45 degrees. So this is the one type of answer you have to write. Otherwise, you can go for another one also there. The same concept, now we can go for in terms of sin theta. Sin theta what is children? Ay by a. Sin theta equals to ay by a. Clear? So children, this is very important for competitive exams also. Already just now I told you what is that? From equations 1 and 2. From equations 1 and 2, we will go for comparison. Then ax is equals to I and ay is equals to 1. Ax is equals to 1, ay is equals to 1. Ax is 1, ay is 1. Then children, what are children? This is a triangle now, right angle triangle now. This value is 1 and this value is 1. And this is now a. Then what right children? According to Pythagoras, what right? A square is equals to 1 square plus 1 square. Then a square is what? 2. And a is what? Root 2. A value is what? Root 2. Like that. Children, in this case now, sin theta is equals to opposite side by hypotenuse, ay by a. Ay value is 1 and a value is what? Root 2. According to Pythagoras, 1 square plus 1 square is equals to a square and a square is equals to 2 and a is root 2. Clear? Yes. Sin theta equals to 1 by root 2. Then children, what right? Sin theta is equals to, this is what? Sin 45 degrees. In this case also, we will get theta is 45 degrees. So this is the second alternative answer. So you can write previous one or this one as you wish. And we go have third option also there. Third, simple like this. Now we go for cos theta. Cos theta means what? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. Ax by a. Ax by a. Again, cos theta is equals to, comparing these two, what we get? Ax is 1 and a value is root 2. Then also cos theta is equals to cos 45 degrees. Then theta is equals to what? 45 degrees. So children, in this way you can write any one of that one. You can take the vector resolution vectors and you can take anything. Theta is the angle. You can explain them maximum in terms of tan theta, you can go for it. So if you want to mention in terms of sin theta and cos theta also, same procedure. So this is very important children. And next we go for second question. Read once. So what is the second question? Just read once. So what is that? So children, here what I am telling second question, that should be mentioned as the fifth question in our textbook. When two right angle vectors of magnitude 7 units and 24 units combine, what is the magnitude of their resultant? Magnitude of their resultant. Children, we discussed in case of parallelogram law of vectors. Parallelogram law of vectors. That is what? If you can take, this is the one vector and this is the another vector. Both are drawn from the same point, and if we can, by using constructing them, we are getting one parallelogram. We have to consider one parallelogram. So now this is the P and this is the Q and this is the R. So R is the resultant vectors. If two vectors are drawn from a same point and they can be taken as adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then the diagonal what we are taken in that particular parallelogram, that should be gives the resultant of those two vectors. On that time we derived R value is here. R is under root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So this is the formula you have to remember. R is equals to under root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta, children. So how we will get that particular equation means I already uploaded one video for that, so you must go for it. Parallelogram law of vectors, title it is there, you can watch it. Okay children, now here we are going to use that formula, and what is that? R is equals to, fifth question is under root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta children. What he was given? Two vectors are there. Their magnitude is, one is 7 units, next one is 24 units. That means given that p is equals to 7 units and q is equals to 24 units, 24 units, and combine what is the magnitude of the resultant. When two right angled vectors, right angle means what? The angle between them is 90 degrees. That's why given that two vectors are right angle vectors, that's why what you have to say? Theta is equals to 90 degrees. Theta is equals to 90 degrees. So if you can understand this one, you can go for derivation. When two right angle vectors of magnitude 7 units and 24 units combine, what is the magnitude of their resultant? So given that both vectors are the right angle vectors, that's why theta is equals to 90 degrees. Then substitute their children. R is equals to under root of p square. What is p value here? 7 square plus 24 square plus 2 into 7 into 24 into right angle vectors, so here cos 90. Okay children, again what right? R is equals to under root of 7 square 49 plus 24 square 576 plus 2 into 7 into 24 into cos 90 value is 0. So in trigonometry we know that cos 90 value is 0. Then R is equals to, we will write 49 plus 576. This term is 0. 0 into anything is 0. Here 576 plus 49. So we will go for that. 15, and this is what? 6 less than 515 and 5 625. So R is equal to under root of 625. So 25 are what? 25 are 125, 25 is 250, 12, 6 S. This is what? 25. R is equal to what? 25 units. This is the R value. Very simple. In this way we will get the answer. First we have to observe what are the given values. So first you have to clear idea about the angle. So they given right angle vectors, that's why angle is 90. So when we are combining the two vectors, with certain angle, then the resultant of those two vectors given by the equation R is equals to under root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta, given that p value is 7 units and q value is 24 units. Substitute cos 90 value is 0, 7 square means 49, 24 means whole square means 576, and this is 0, and what do you get? R is equal to of 625. Then what do you get? 25 units. Clear? Okay children, next question is also same thing here. That should be based upon the same formula. Let's go for that. This question is mentioned as the third question in our textbook. Two forces of magnitudes 3 units and 5 units act at 60 degrees angle, with each other. What is the magnitude of resultant? Children, this is also asked so many times in examination, public examinations. Once you can check the previous question papers, you may find all these questions. So same question children, but here instead of 7 units, what you have? 3 units. Here P is 3 units and Q is 5 units and angle is 60 degrees. The same question, but values are different. So that's why when two vectors are combined, we have one resultant equation is given by that. What is that? R is equals to under root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Clear? So let's go for that. What is the p value given? 3 units. P is 3 units and q is what? 5 units. 5 units. And what is the angle? They are at the angle of, what is the angle? Angle between two vectors. What is that? Theta is equals to what? 60 degrees. Let's go for that. So now we have to substitute values in that above equation. R is equals to square root of p square, 3 square plus 5 square plus 2 into 3 into 5. Value what it is? Cos 60. What is that? Cos 60. Then R is equals to under root of 3 square means what? 9. 5 square means what? 25. And 2 into 3, 6 into 5, 30 into cos 60. Cos 60 value is what? 1 by 2. We know that in trigonometry, cos 60 is equals to what? 1 by 2. So here R is equals to under root of 9 plus 25 plus 2 1s are 2 15s are plus 15. Clear? R is equals to here 25 plus 15, 40 plus 9, 49. So R is equals to under root of 49 units. That should be here children. R is equals to here simply what, right? 7 units. 7 square means what? 49. Root 49 value what is? 7. So this is another model. This is also very important children. According to the problem, if two forces of magnitude 3 units and 5 units, that's why P value is 3 and Q value is 5 and angle is 60 degrees. What is the magnitude of resultant? That's what children. Substituted here same thing. P is 3, Q is 5 and the angle is 60. Substituted. Here 3 square means 9, 5 square means 25 and here cos 60 means 1 by 2. That's why 2 into 3 into 5 means what? 30 into 1 by 2. Finally what do you get? Under of 49. What do you get children? R is equals to 7 units. Okay children, same type of questions will be asked in NEET, IIT and EAMCET. We have so many competitive exams. In every exams, these type of questions should be very important. Okay, and go for the next one. This is also most important children. What is the question here? P is equals to, look at the question, last question. That should be mentioned as 6th question in our textbook. P is equals to 2i plus 4j plus 14k and Q is equals to 4i plus 4j plus 10k. 4i plus 10k. Then find the magnitude of P plus Q. Find the magnitude of P plus Q. So that's the question children here. That is 6th question. Look here once again. What is that? P is equals to 2i plus 4j plus 14k. And Q is equals to 4i plus 4j plus 10k. Clear? Let's go for that. Given that P is equals to what? 2i plus 4j plus 14k. And Q is equals to what? 4i plus 4j plus 10k. So then what you find? Magnitude of P plus Q we have to find. Children, so I already explained you what is that. For example, here I am going that A is equals to AXI plus AYJ plus AZK. So B is equals to BXI plus BYJ plus BZK. Children, I already explained during the addition of vectors. Addition of vectors. Here I represents the x-axis, y represents the sorry, j represents the y-axis and k represents the z-axis. So children, when the components what we are adding the in case of vectors, we have to add the only I components, j components, k components separately. Clear? So we have to add the a plus b means here nothing but a plus b is equals to what, right? We have to add the only same coefficients. So we have to add the only I coefficient separately, j coefficient separately, k coefficient separately. But we don't add ax plus by, that's the wrong. And ay plus bz, that's the wrong. Ay plus bx, that's the wrong. Az plus by, that's the wrong. So why it is like that means later we discuss. Okay, so here a plus b. So simply to do this solution, you just required we have to add the same components only. You will get the solution for that question in different properties of vector product and scalar product. Later we discuss. Okay, just you have to remember just now we have to add the only same coefficients. So like that, here we will go for that p plus q. First we have to find the p plus q. Okay children, now we have to add some 2i plus 4i. Simply directly I am writing 2i plus 4i means 6i, or you have to write like this: 2i plus 4j plus 14k p plus 4i plus 4j plus 10k. Now we can write the same coefficient side by side: 2i plus 4i plus 4j plus 4j, okay, and again 14k plus 10k. Clear? 2i 4i, 4j 14k plus 10k. Now we have to add 2i plus 4i 6i, 4j plus 4j 8j, 14 plus 10 24k. Clear? So this is the vector of p plus q. It is not magnitude children. So I clearly explained in case of position vector, r is equals to xi plus yj plus zk. It is a position vector. But if you can go for magnitude, what you can write? Mod of r is equals to x square plus y square plus z square. Clear? R is equals to xi plus yj plus zk, then mod of r is equals to mod of x square plus y square plus z square. That is the magnitude. By using the same relation here, now I am going to write mod of p plus q. Mod of p plus q children. So that is what? 6 square plus 8 square plus 24 square. 24 square. Then what will children? So this is what? 36 plus 64 plus, so 24s are, what is that? 24 4s are what? 96. 96 plus again 96. Again 24 2s are 48. So 576. So simply here 576. Okay children. Then what did I write children? 36 plus 64 plus 576. 36 plus 64 plus 576. 6 plus 4 10. 10 plus 6 16. Again 3 plus 1 4. 4 plus 6 10. 17. So 676. So what do you get children? Mod of p plus q is equals to under of 676 units. And p plus q means simply what? Mod of q means what? 26 units. This is the magnitude. That is the magnitude of two vectors children. So very simple. Given two vectors are there, then we have to add the same coefficients. We have to add the I coefficient separately, j separately, and k separately. So we are at 2i plus 4j plus 14k plus 4i plus 4j plus 10k. 2 plus 4, 6. And this is 8. 4 plus 4, 8. 14 plus 4, 10, 24. So 6i plus 8j plus 24k. So you have to remember p plus q is here now resultant vector but not magnitude of resultant vector. That's why here mod of p plus q is equals to, we will go for this formula, r is equals to xi plus yj plus zk, and mod of r is what? Under root of x square plus y square plus z square. Like that. Here 6 square plus 8 square plus 24 square. Then what do you get? 36 plus 64 plus 576. Then what do you get? Under root of 676. Then what do you get, children? That is 26 units. So children, so these are the 4 most important questions, and in this chapter we have 2 more important questions are there. Later we discuss. So I hope you understand. If you can understand this one, like, share, comment the video and subscribe my channel to get all the notifications. Bye, take care children. We will meet in the next video with some other interesting topic.